Why not? guys, how's it going? So I had to hurry and get our debris bed situated, but today come out to a spot that I don't think I've camped at since last year, and since we maybe done a bivvy bag camp, I'll go back and look. But it's been a hot minute. I just remembered this is also the place where I know I've done the elevated bed, about 5.5, 6 foot up in the air. So a lot of that cut wood was still here. I was able to salvage some of that. It's very brittle, but I just took and made a very rough rudimentary frame to kind of help contain all of the leaf debris. I've been going around and collecting it and stamping it down. I would say right now we've got a good 4 to 5 inches of compressed debris after walking on it. It'll compress a bit more after laying on it. But I'm really excited because we're out here tonight to do a bedroll camp with this new CAMPCRAFT outdoor 10-ounce wax canvas Scout bedroll. So I know they just come out with a heavy version of this, which includes a tarp and it's got button snaps and everything. This is the Scout version. It is a lot lighter. Off the top of my head, the heavy version, I want to say it was like around 13.5 pounds roughly. This one's a bit over 2, I think. It's really, with the wool blanket in here, to me it seems lighter than that, even with the carry straps. But yeah, anyways, like this thing is 84 inches long and 41.5 inches wide. I've got my Titan Survival wool blanket in here. It's a 80-20 blend. All in all, for this to be a wax canvas bedroll with the straps, I think it comes in at $135. And that's what we're going to be sleeping on tonight. The weather's been a bit funky. It rained a good bit last night, but we had a lot of wind earlier, so it's dried everything out on the top layer. The under layer is still a good bit wet. The wind's supposed to be pretty docile throughout the night, but you know, who knows. Oh yeah, and then I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be curious about this backpack. This is the first time bringing this out, and some of you guys might know what it is. This is the first time I'd ever, got my hands on one of these and really looked into it. But this is a Swiss, what they call a salt and pepper pack. These, I believe, were issued after World War II, and they came out like in the late 50s, 60s. You can look into it for yourself and find out all the specifics. But I got this from Misty Mountain Supply up in old Canada. And yeah, this pack is just really interesting. It's old school, and it's always fun to bring out old school gear. But I can tell you, with a heavier loadout like this, we are going pretty minimal. But the gear that I brought with me, I got the Agala 24-inch Boreal saw. I brought out the old Ned Foss hatchet, and then carrying some extra water and food and stuff. So this right here starts to dig into your shoulders a good bit. I took one of those MODL elastic or rubberized straps and used it to make a sternum strap, and that helped tremendously. But after wearing modern packs and having a really nice hip belt, it just really makes you appreciate all the technological advancements we've made when it comes to packs and just outdoor gear in general. But it's always good to have a blast from the past. But I'm really happy to have this, because whenever I do carry my wool blanket, or even if I want to roll a sleeping bag up in this, the way that it tri-folds, it pretty much makes your sleep system 100% rainproof, because the ends will close up in on itself and it's rolled up. I would even say if you took and submerged this for a couple of seconds, your sleep system would be fine. But yeah, I have a tarp with me as well, but looking at the weather, we're not really supposed to get any more rain, and the tarp that I got is the 6 a.m. It's a smaller one I got, but it's still pretty large. So I'm trying to figure out the best way, if there is a way that I could rig it up without having to risk, if it gets windy, the material rubbing against something and getting a hole in it. So we'll just have to play it by ear. And so I left these carry straps on here. I know that's additional weight that was kind of unnecessary, but this has a sleeve at the head end that you'll see here in a second that the sleep system goes in. That's what really allows it to be highly rain resistant. But what you can do is you could actually use this kind of as a pack system. You could store gear inside of that sleeve and then fold the ends in, roll it up, and use this as a day bag, like a scout type of setup. So, you know, that's kind of why I left it like this. And then you could, you know, put all your other gear in your main pack and leave it at camp. So. And I wanted this to be on like pretty much just about the size of my torso, with a little bit of like overlap here on the ends for the bedroll, so that I wouldn't have to collect as much leaf debris. And then also too, like, I mean, this is just kind of meant to be a base, like a waterproof layer to lay on. But yeah, then you can also stuff this pocket here, or this sleeve I should say, with leaf debris and have a nice pillow. And I just love the feel of this wax canvas. It is time to get a fire going. Now, if you watched my recent Scout Pack loadout video, you'll know that I put one of these in there, and this is an Enola Gay Ultimate Match. It is a pull pin ignition fire starter. It's essentially just like a flare, to my understanding. But I've not used one of these things yet. We'll go ahead and get that kind of ready. So that's armed now. You don't really need a glove. I just put my glove on because I didn't set this fire lay up in any particular fashion. The smallest thing that I intentionally grabbed was just about the size of a pencil. Nothing really that small. Or some of this is all like a poplar stand. So, you know, it has that really fibrous bark on it. But there's no other source of, you know, like tinder or anything in there. So we're supposed to just take and rip this, and it should start flaring up. Well, that right there is extremely impressive, like hands down. This is something that if you live in an extremely cold environment or somewhere like where you run the risk of getting wet, and just like in any area that has an increased chance of hypothermic conditions, at this point there's no reason why you shouldn't have one of these with you, because you could just take, as long as that thing just burned, I could have started off easily with thumb-sized wood and this thing would have ignited up no problem. So that's really dope. Highly recommend. So we took and ended up getting a short little shower, lasted about 20 minutes. Just some pretty light rain, but I had to take and reconfigure the tarp just a little bit. I attached it to two other trees to pull it further out and lower it down a bit. Took one rope roller to pull the back end out, and then to kind of solve some of the tension issues with the tarp, because I couldn't stake it out any further back due to the other trees. I run one to a sapling that direction, but been taking and letting I went and cut some white oak, and I'm letting that burn down to get a nice hot bed of coals where that's a lot denser wood, and it gives steak just a lot nicer flavor. And then I've got some more white oak on the side, but I've got two really nice pieces of steak, which I probably threw up on the screen before now, but I've just had them. I brought them down. I really love these durable silicone bags, because I brought soup out in these things, raw meat, fresh meals, and I've yet to have any issue with these leaking or anything. So this has done a great job of holding these two beauties at bay until we can throw them on the fire here. I can only do, with the size of these, I can only do one at a time. I have a larger titanium grate that has legs, and I probably should have brought it, but this is the cubic, kind of like backpacking type. But both of them are backpacking types. The other one's a getter gear. Oh, and I was also happy to find this is the first rain shower this Cadora jacket's been through. So it done good. The DWR coating and just Cadora in general tends to repel rain very well, and this did just that. Right now we're sitting at about 48, 49 degrees Fahrenheit. And I've got my bearskin 3.0 hoodie fleece in there, and that's what we'll be wearing tonight. We still got some flames on that end, but that is fine by me. Oh, hello, I definitely gotta go get the leather gloves out. And these are a pair of titanium tongs. And so the way that I've laid these pieces of wood here is like where that's burning down on that side. If these coals start to, you know, falter, which they should be enough for what we're, you know, to cook this steak, but then for the next one, then I can take and roll these down and we can alternate where we place everything. Look at that bad boy right there. I even took and brought out a titanium plate with me. This is also a cubic, just like the grill grace is a cubic titanium kind of high wall plate. Oh yes sir, baby. Nice and pink on the inside. God, look how juicy this bad boy is. I just can't wait to... Pure ecstasy. It does not get any better than this. Both of those steaks was very good. So we got a belly full of meat to help keep us warm. And like I said, this is a bearskin 3.0 fleece hoodie. Just having on a moisture wicking shirt and this like that Fedora jacket has been pretty solid. And then I brought some shopping bags with me, like some plastic shopping bags to put on my boots because I'm gonna leave my boots on. That's just to help keep my wool blanket on the cleaner side. And then we're on a slight downgrade right here, so this is just a big Titan Survival shemagh, and so just having that to lay my head on instead of the wax canvas will be good. Plus we'll have our hood on. Put the shotgun inside of the wax canvas gun sleeve so it's waterproof. You can just do that. There's a lot of different methods you can do. Like we could do the triangle method and have 2 layers over us, but since I'm going to keep my boots on, I've got this really thick fleece and we should only be getting down to about 35. And I can also take this jacket and I'll actually pull it over my midsection. That way if it gets windy, this will block any wind on my upper body. Let's get in here. Starting out with it warmed up by the fire. It was very nice. It really kind of loose knot around that. It's just because where we had that little bit of rain. Because I thought we was going to be getting more. I just knew that might be a good idea to do this. Well guys, with all of that said, I'm going to get in here and try to get cozy and comfortable. And I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning, guys. How's it going? It has been quite a bit breezier this morning. It didn't really start up until like 6:30ish or 7 a.m. Right now it is 10:15, so we are you know, whenever you wake up in the morning, you're just like half asleep, half awake, and you keep kind of going in and out. And just being in this wool blanket's been very, very cozy. The sleep system as a whole that we used worked top notch. I believe that the lowest it got last night just ended up getting about 36. I would say this morning with wind chill, we're sitting at around probably 38, 39. When I was about 10, probably about 40 maybe. But yeah, with this thick, I mean truthfully, with this thick new bearskin hoodie, and this is when I say new, it's like I've had it now for a couple months, but it's like compared to the model they had last year, the 2.0 and this 3.0, the fleece seems to be just a lot more wind resistant and holds heat. Because last night after I laid down, I got up to turn the camera off. Like having that fedora jacket over top of my midsection, I was getting too warm, because once you crawl into the wool blanket and completely close yourself in, like unlike a synthetic sleeping bag, or especially a down sleeping bag. Hello. Okay, well, that corner of the tarp just come undone, so good timing, if anything. This is probably where this sole is a bit looser right now. But my brain is trash in the morning. I forgot what I was just saying. But yeah, I just put the fedora jacket over my legs to add warmth to them. Since I just had on this pair of like Fire Force Venture pants. Oh no, I know what I was saying. Like with the wool blanket, you can breathe inside of it, and you don't have to worry about the moisture of your breath affecting you at all. So it actually kind of it helps warm up your interior space. I also had the perfect amount of compressed insulation underneath me. We also have the wax canvas bedroll layer. We have a layer of wool, and then I have the fleece layer underneath me. So all of those combined didn't get any cold spots in my core. So yeah, all in all, it was a great night. It looks like it's getting a bit overcast, and the wind is getting up, so before it gets too difficult to deal with this tarp and everything, I'm going to get up and get packed up and head out. So as always, guys, I really appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you're interested in any of this gear, I'll try to link to everything down in the video description. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel and videos with your friends, family, anybody that enjoys good old outdoor activities. Feel free to hit me up in that comment section, thoughts, opinions, questions, whatever you feel like typing out. And until the next one, guys, adios.